CEO of Pfizer now suggesting Americans will need a third shot, a booster shot, within a year of being vaccinated. That suggestion comes amid worrisome new numbers tonight. Hotspots flaring up as the variant spread. New cases actually climbing more than 30% in a month. In Michigan alone, hospitals are overwhelmed, some setting out those outdoor triage centers like we saw in the beginning of this pandemic. And on Capitol Hill today, Dr. Anthony Fauci, in a heated exchange, is asked when Americans will get their freedom back. Dr. Fauci answering, this is not about liberty. It's about 560,000 Americans lost. Here's Whit Johnson.
Tonight, a growing emergency in Michigan. Beaumont Health System overwhelmed with 800 COVID patients at 8 hospitals, now setting up outdoor triage centers to handle the surge.
Where we currently are in our third surge, which is just like a runaway train right now.
24 of Michigan's hospitals are at 90% capacity.
The healthcare workers are tired. They're frustrated. They're being told to do more with less.
Across the country, COVID cases climbing 31% in the last month. And today, frustration boiling over on Capitol Hill. Dr. Fauci facing off with Congressman Jim Jordan.
When do Americans get their freedom back? And we get the level of infection in this country low enough that it is not a really high.
What is low enough? Give me a number.
Dr. Fauci then saying this isn't about liberties. It's about the hundreds of thousands of lives lost.
Right now, we have about 60,000 infections a day, which is a very large risk for a surge. We're not talking about liberties. We're talking about a pandemic that has killed 560,000 Americans.
The CEO of Pfizer saying Americans will likely need a booster, a third shot within 12 months of getting fully vaccinated. And then it's possible they will need to get vaccinated every year. This after a CDC advisory panel extended a pause on the Johnson & Johnson vaccine to investigate rare blood clots in 6 women. The fallout swift. Some vaccination sites already seeing a dip in demand.
It's pretty unfortunate because there's so much fear about the vaccines already.
Many of the 7,000 locations that were only offering Johnson & Johnson now scrambling to make other vaccines available. But the extended pause getting pushback from some health experts, worried about vaccine confidence.
If it comes to be that there are people who don't get a vaccine because they were only going to get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, or don't get COVID vaccines in general, then we've done harm. Then we haven't exercised caution. Then in the name of caution, we've actually put people in a riskier situation.
The picture across the nation. Whit, you reported there Pfizer's CEO predicting Americans might need a third shot within a year, a booster, after being vaccinated. And tonight, I know there's also new data just out on how many people have actually been infected with the virus after being vaccinated. And the number is very low, which is encouraging.
David, they're called breakthrough infections, and these new numbers we're getting from the CDC show that of the 66 million Americans who've now been fully vaccinated, there were only 5,800 COVID cases. That represents just 0.008% of the fully vaccinated population. More evidence of how effective these vaccines have been. David?
All right, Whit Johnson on the coronavirus tonight. Whit, thank you. To the other news tonight.